This morning, we're kicking off our new week-long series. We're calling it World of Weddings. So we sent a team of correspondents all around the globe to witness unique ceremonies to understand what marriage means in different cultures. In our first report, we're going to India, a country where modern technology is blending with centuries-old marriage traditions. Ramy Inocencio went to New Delhi to meet a young couple who were basically strangers until 6 months before they tied the knot.
We're dancing in New Delhi at a big, fat Indian wedding, and basically everyone you see here who's married has gotten matched in an arranged marriage. About 90% of all Indian weddings are arranged, and that is despite the rising influence of the West. Tradition here is as strong as ever.
Welcome to one of the most spectacular shows on Earth. But this isn't a music video or even a Bollywood movie. This high-end production is an Indian wedding celebration taking place on the outskirts of New Delhi, India's bustling capital city of nearly 30 million people. Amidst all the food, fireworks, and fanfare, here in India, centuries-old traditions like arranged marriages remain alive and well. Sumit Gambhir is a 29-year-old tax attorney, and Vani Mehta, 24, just finished business school. They were only acquaintances, but 6 months ago, both families agreed to the union. Sumit flew to Canada, where Vani was living, and proposed.
You guys never dated.
Never.
A lot of Americans might ask, is this love?
I think for me, it's arrange, come love marriage. Because in the 6 months, we fell into such a great place that now I can just say, that I love him a lot.
I love it too.
For many young couples in India, their perfectly arranged match might start here at the headquarters of Shadi.com in Mumbai. Anupam Mittal is its founder.
In India, we often say you don't marry an individual, you marry the family.
Do people find love?
This is a great question because we're going to get very, very philosophical. But in India, it is a stage of life. We go through childhood, we go through adolescence, and then we go through what is called the domestic stage of life before you retire.
The company claims to have arranged nearly 6 million successful matches, navigating hundreds of different religions, cultures, and languages.
When we think about love in India, it's not necessarily a chemical reaction where you fall in love. You find love out of respect for each other over time.
Once the marriage is arranged, the wedding arrangements begin. TV wedding host Ambika Anand.
So people have their family, then family's family. Then in India, there's this huge thing where everybody gets offended if they're not called for a wedding. So it might seem really large to a Western audience because you guys have 100 guests, and if 101 person shows up, you're like, oh my God, where will they be seated?
For a small wedding, this holds 500 people. Got a slightly bigger family? This holds 1,200. And for a blowout, this holds 2,000 people.
That includes Bollywood blowouts like this one, hosted by one of India's richest families. Another was capped off with a performance by Beyoncé, with an estimated price tag of up to $100 million. Vani and Sumit's wedding celebration was a 5-day affair. It began with traditional celebrations for the bride and the groom. 2 days later, Sumit was on horseback, surrounded by hundreds of friends and family as he rode into the wedding venue. Nearby, Vani was decorated with hundreds of precious jewels gifted to her by family. The Hindu wedding ceremony takes several hours, with guests popping in and out to wish them well. Once the marriage vows are exchanged, the party begins.
What was the most stressful part of your wedding?
That we have to live with each other for the next 50 years,
Is it going to be okay?
I hope so. Even if it's not going to be okay, we're going to make it. I'm going to make it perfectly fine for us.
A sense of hope at New Delhi's biggest wedding reception hall, where everyone, including the newlywed couple, looked on as the sparks began to fly.
and that's marriage in India. As for divorces, get this, only 1% of marriages end in divorce in India. Compare that to 50% in the United States. There's a lot of societal and family pressures, and also there's probably a little bit of love floating around too. Ramy Inocencio, CBS News, New Delhi.
Yeah, and if you spend that much money on the wedding, your parents will kill you if you split.
Yeah. Also, no one's arranging the divorce for you, so you got to do that yourself.
Yeah, I want to know what
beautiful, but I want to know, is there love there? I mean,
Well, I kind of like the idea of a relationship where you're searching for love as opposed to here where you're trying to maintain the love.
Yeah, but pretty clearly, if you don't find it, you still got to
That's
stay
trouble.
married.
Yeah, there's probably some unhappy people there.